Malawi Today.
Independent presidential candidate Smart Swira has urged his fellow contestants to respect the will of the people and accept the outcome of Tuesday's general elections. Swira told Zodiak and Blantyre on Friday that politicians should not spoil the peace and tranquility that has prevailed in the country for years by prioritizing their political gains over people's interests. Swira, who is among the 17 candidates that showed interest to contest for the position of president in the recent elections, says as a God-sent leader, he will accept the outcome of the results that the Malawi Electoral Commission will announce.
Whether it's counting or tabulation, but it's still going on until such time they are ready with the results, then I'll be able to make a fair judgment, a fair comment. If they have finished with their work and they say this is the position, then that's fine. I'm a man of peace. I'm a man who wishes Malawi very well, very, very well. I am God sent to the people of Malawi. You may not understand this now because of what has happened, but the calling is still there. I am called to serve the people of Malawi, to serve my nation, my Malawi. So whatever happens, let it happen. Let us love our country. Let us love our people. Let us cherish democracy. This is what people suffered for, and some of them died for it. So let us not be retrogressive in our way of thinking.
Malawi Electoral Commission is expected to announce official results of the presidential election within 8 days after polling. The Civil Society Elections Integrity Forum, CSAFE, has urged the Malawi Electoral Commission to exercise due diligence before announcing election results of the September 16 elections to prevent potential post-election chaos. Speaking at a press briefing in Lilongwe on Friday, the chairperson of the grouping, Benedicto Kondowe, called on MEC to thoroughly address all electoral-related grievances before making any official announcement. Kondowe also appealed to political parties to use appropriate and legal channels to raise any complaints rather than engaging in actions that could incite violence. Kondowe explains.
The Electoral Commission must respect the free will of the voters, and for them to do this, they must ensure that due process is followed in terms of auditing and verifying tallied results, so that when MEC is determining who the winners are, it must reflect the wishes of the people. The second message is that the law prescribes the timelines within which the presidential vote must be announced, which is 8 days, for parliamentary 14 days, and for local government 21 days. We know that time has not elapsed, but it is important for MEC to recognize that Malawians are anxious. And perhaps it is on this account that the periodic announcement of results would be key, so that Malawians know how things are unfolding, because the minute there is complete blackout, that could also create room for more suspicion. So we believe that this is important. We are also urging political parties to demonstrate restraint so that peace and stability prevails. This is why we have urged Malawi Police Service and Malawi Defense Force to be on alert in making sure that any potential disturbance is dealt with within the laws that govern these two particular institutions. But above all, the message to Malawians is to remain patient and calm until Malawi Electoral Commission presents the winners in all the three categories of elections.
Meanwhile, the Malawi Human Rights Commission, MHRC, has called on Malawians to remain calm and vigilant as they await their official results of the Tuesday's elections. Speaking at a press briefing in Lilongwe, MHRC Interim Chairperson Skanda Lewis emphasized the need for peace and patience. The Commission also released its interim report on elections, which highlighted several human rights concerns, particularly relating to individuals employed by MEC during the electoral process. John Pokayuni reports.
The Malawi Human Rights Commission, MHRC, has released an interim report on Tuesday's election, which, besides finding that the election was peaceful, observes some human rights violations. The commission says some people employed by MEC were meant to work for long hours and were not provided refreshments and allowances during the period. Skeda Lewis is interim chairperson for the Malawi Human Rights Commission. She said the employees were subjected to harsh conditions like working in the sun.
People were operating in harsh conditions. Most people were sitting in the sun. Yeah. We also noted that in some polling stations, inaccessibility of the polling booth for persons with disability was also an issue, which is a human rights violation. We have also isolated a very important issue concerning prisoners as voters, that we noted that they weren't provided enough information to exercise their right to vote.
At the briefing, MHRC also called on Malawians to remain calm, peaceful and vigilant as they wait for the election management body to announce official results of the Tuesday's election. This is John Paul.
Local observers running the Election Situation Room ESR Malawi 2025 has also called for continued patience and peace as the nation awaits full official release of results by the Malawi Electoral Commission MEC. Speaking to the media in Nilonga on Friday, Greg Kalinde Kafa, Executive Director of the National Initiative for Civic Education, Nice Trust, and a prominent member of the ESR Consortium, has urged citizens to remain calm and allow MEC to carry out its constitutional duty without interference. The call for restraint has also been echoed by other key institutions that include the Independent Complex Commission, ICC, and the Malawi Peace and Unity Commission. You're watching the news on Zodiak with me, Chisomonyo, and I'll be back shortly after this break. Moving on with the news, as Malawians await the results of the September 16 general elections, drivers and clerks engaged by the Malawi Electoral Commission MEC are staging a sit-in to force the Electoral Management Body to pay them the rest of their upkeep allowances. According to some of the concerned drivers that Zodiak spoke to at PVHO premises in Blantyre, MEC only paid them half of what they agreed between, and hence the protesters went to want the rest of the money owed to them before continuing with their duties. MEC is yet to comment on the matter, and from Blantyre, Shikundi Mpande has filed this report being read by Kasim Albi.
The concerned drivers, who are over 300 and over 200 clerks, say the delay is impacting negatively on their welfare. Some of the concerned drivers, Joshua Chinyama and Fraxon Muhiwa, have told us that they are failing to provide critical needs for themselves. They say they have received only 50% of the agreed amount.
Drivers who worked with MEC in 2019 were not given 50% of their payment. So we are afraid history may repeat itself. We really need our allowances because we have covered long distances. We were also not given enough fuel for the distance we covered. We went as far as in Sanje, and others went to areas near Mozambique-Malawi border. If they don't give us our allowances, we will withhold the electoral materials.
We were tasked to transport electoral materials from Lilongwe, and we were promised to get 50% of our payment here in Blantyre. We are very worried. That's why we are not offloading their materials from our vans. We left home on 1st September, and we have no hope that they will pay us if we offload these materials.
Some clerks have also told us that they have not received any amount since they started the exercise. Malawi Electoral Commission officials are yet to comment on the matter.
Cholo District Commissioner Hudson Kupanga has admitted that network problems and lack of technical expertise among staff have greatly affected the voting and vote counting process in the district. Kupanga said this on Thursday during submission of consolidated election results from 7 constituencies in the district. According to him, network challenges disrupted the transmission of results, while limited technical capacity among some staff led to errors in handling important election documents, thereby causing delays in a whole process of the election management process. Kupanga explains.
we have been dogged by several challenges and factors. The first thing is the voting itself on 16th September went on properly, went on like in a normal manner. It was a normal day, and whatever happened now thereabout is on the tabulation of results. We have been dogged by the issue of network. There are no network coverages in most areas. That's number one. Number two is the terrain. The terrain of Cholo is really bad, because you would see that one of our vehicles had an accident on the very first day. We've been staying for 3 days here, and you would imagine it's really tiresome. When they come, they have so many problems which you have to sort. Nevertheless, we have done 6 constituencies out of 8. We have done 7 out of 9, so we're remaining with 9. As of now, we are just trying to conclude the 2 which might be coming sooner or later.
In sports, the Football Association of Malawi FAM President Fleetwood Haya has urged all Malawians to rally behind the country's representatives, Silver Strikers and Mighty Wanderers, as they begin their CAF Continental campaigns. In his statement, Haya expressed confidence in both the Central Bankers and the Nomads, adding that as the 2 sides will be flying the national flag with pride on the continental stage starting this weekend, they will need all the support they can get to do better. Silver Strikers are set to face Ojeko Plus in the CAF Champions League on Sunday in Mauritius, while Mighty Wanderers will take on Jwaneng Galaxy in the CAF Confederation Cup on the same day. Brett Kanyama has filed this report.
As the 2024 TNM Super League champions Silver Strikers FC and 2024 Castel Challenge Cup winners Mighty Wanderers are set to start their 2025-26 CAF Interclub campaigns, the FA Malawi President Fleetwood Haya is optimistic that the 2 sides will excel to the next round of the tournaments. Haya has since called on all football followers and supporters in the country to rally behind the 2 representatives, regardless of their affiliation, so as to propel them to do well in their respective matches.
These are the flag carriers, and we need to support them. It is our due responsibility to make sure that we support our own. Thereby, let's go and cheer Wanderers. Silver, as they are playing a Gecko in Madagascar, let's rally behind them, let us pray for them, let us support them. Even when they come back home, let us all patronize the game, let us all go to the BNS.
Silver Strikers FC, who are representing Malawi in the 2025-26 CAF Champions League, left the country on Thursday morning for Mauritius, where they will play Madagascar's Ojeko Plus at Cote d'Or National Sports Complex on Sunday in the first leg, while Mighty Wanderers, who are turning out in the Confederation Cup, will be at home at Bingo National Stadium in Lilongwe against Botswana's Jwaneng Galaxy before facing them in the return leg a few days later in Botswana. The winner will proceed to the next stage of the preliminary phase before qualifying for the group stages. For Zodiak, this is Bright Kanyama.
And in other news, a South African hospital cleaner has been arrested after being found in possession of a bag of human placentas in eastern Mpumalanga province. Rose Mnisi was allegedly seeking potential buyers for human body tissue when she was picked up by security officers following a tip-off. The 39-year-old woman appeared in court on Thursday facing charges of illegal possession of human tissues. According to police, the accused was carrying an unknown number of human placentas in a plastic bag when she was picked up. The police did not say that the placentas were allegedly going to be used for, what they were going to be used for, but some recent killings and mutilations in South Africa have been linked to the use of human body parts in traditional rituals. And that's all I had time for in this bulletin.